Hello, viewers! My name is Luigi Means Me, and welcome back to LEGO Dimensions. As always, with me I have Hylie and Pikachu, and this time, we find ourselves in the LEGO City world. There's a few things I wanted to go over. In between sessions, I went and got almost every red brick in the game, but there's a few specific ones that I wanted to get on screen. One of them being the one in this world, because there's a few other special things about this world that I wanted to show off. So we'll go for the red brick first. It should spawn somewhere around here. I actually had it spawn just a minute ago before I started the recording, and it despawned, so I gotta wait for it to come back. Meanwhile, Pika finished her coding homework for now and is playing Okami-Den.
Hell no, I didn't.
She semi-finished it. How about that?
That's too generous.
You finished 10% of it. How's that?
There we go. That works.
Look, I was trying to give you more credit than you deserved, and you shut me down.
Don't lie to the viewers. They deserve to know the pain of learning coding.
Coding is fine. You're fine. Okay.
I'm fine. Soft in the corner.
As you're saying I'm fine, I ran Sonic right into a light pole.
See, that's a great example of how coding feels.
He's just running into a light pole constantly.
Mm-hmm. And then you wonder, why do I keep running into light pole? I want to run into job.
You want to John Cena your way through a wall. Overuse me.
Okay.
I say it's overused, but I use it all the time.
This is a weird segue, but like, speaking of memes and overused and wrestling, did you know that there was like there's a wrestler called Vince McMahon, and one of his, signature things is people being a part of the Kiss My Ass Club, right?
I don't like how this sounds, but go on.
Yeah, so there was a TV show all about Vince McMahon's ass. It's like, having people kiss his ass.
Alright.
Vince McMahon's ass.
Alright, well, we just got the red bricks. Oh, okay, camera. Jesus. Now we can go over the big reason why I saved this world. If we switch to Chase McCain over here, the one who got us into the world, he does not have a lot he can do on his own. But if you hold down the circle button, he pulls out a door, no idea where it comes from, and he has a selection of things he's supposed to be able to transform into, but he can't. That's because you have to actually unlock them. They're disguises around the LEGO City world, and unlocking them grants him new abilities. So the first one is over here in the construction yard. All you need is his base form to just pull on the door, and you can just hop in, like so. He uses the same little jingle from his base game, which I very much appreciate. And we unlock the construction worker guys. This gives him the same drill ability that Emmett had in year 1. I'll show off the next one. We're going to go ahead and get all 5 of those, just so Chase is all set up for later on in the playthrough.
I hope they get all this.
Every time I forget there's not a bridge there. Twice in this world I've jumped off into water because I forgot there wasn't a bridge somewhere and I was already too far into my jump to back out.
You should go faster into the jump.
I'm not NCS, I'm fine.
It's FBI Special Agent.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Everyone's gonna get that reference.
One person will get that reference, and they're laughing their asses off right now.
I hope so. That or they're cringing. We'll take either or.
I would prefer laughing.
I'll take cringe.
Alright, just unlocked the fireman outfit. probably can tell, this one's just going to grant him the ability to shoot water to put out fires or grow plants. Or remove toxins. It also does that. Those are the only two that you can get with just Chase McCain's basic outfit. The rest you need to start unlocking one outfit to get more. This one over here requires his little his fireman outfit. I get confused because I'm at the farm. Now in his farmer outfit, he has the ability to glide with the chicken, and I believe that's actually all he does. The farmer outfit is kind of useless.
I don't know, it probably makes him look hot in some kind of magazine.
Yeah, he shoots chicken eggs, he can glide with the chicken, and that's about all he can do.
I'm sure he can do more.
Not in the farmer outfit, he can't. The farmer outfit really is pretty useless.
Oh, called farmer's useless.
And in his base game, the farmer is actually pretty useful, but in this game, it can't do crap.
If you're thinking of using a pickaxe to open that thing, then don't bother. I've already busted
Alright, up here in the mines, we gotta use our construction worker.
them construction worker drills to get this open.
Ah, camera.
And what?
Yeah, not a bad fit at all. Word of advice: if you do wash.
Alright, so the miner outfit grants him two abilities. It gives him the ability to smash cracked Lego objects with his pickaxe, or throw dynamite to break silver Lego. Or just completely murder people. That also works.
Dynamite.
Oh god, I forgot that song existed. I got so sick of hearing that song growing up. That song was everywhere.
There's no law that can't be blown off with a bundle of dynamite.
And then last but not least, over here, this is not the airport. This is the astronaut station. We gain our final of the outfits, the astronaut. This is probably the most useful of the bunch, as this grants him the flight ability, as well as the ability to hack, which are both fairly rare abilities, especially for year one. So it's good to get this if you have the chance. Now we have a few more worlds I did not collect red bricks in because either they were part of my routing or they were in kind of hard to find spots that I wanted to make sure that you guys didn't have a hard time finding. Most of them are just run around until you see them, but there are a few that are a little bit more tricky hidden. And yes, I know I screwed that sentence up, leave me alone.
I've got plenty of other crimes to solve elsewhere.
First of those kind of more difficult to find ones is going to be here in the Beetlejuice world. Are you alive over there?
I'm alive. I'm just like, you're explaining things. I don't want to step up.
I keep wanting to keep going with my explanation, but loading screens take forever.
It's fair.
The Beetlejuice world here is split into three main sections. You got your starting area here on Saturn. You go inside the house, and the interior is its own separate section with its own mini-map and collectibles.
Broken. Ruined.
And then you head upstairs, and you can actually go inside the model town for a completely third area.
Where is he?
And the model town is going to be where your red brick will spawn. It will not spawn in the house or on Saturn.
The game will not tell you.
No, the game just doesn't tell you that. It's not even that useful over red brick either. I think this one's like big head mode, I think. Or no, this one might be tiny head.
I believe if it's funny, considering it kind of ties in with the movie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well as soon as I said it.
Yes.
Because there's that one guy that has the ability to shrink heads.
Yeah.
Oh, where is he? Where is he? I hope another dog hasn't attacked him.
And if you ever want to leave the town, you just investigate the sign over here. It says home, 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 like a little reference to the movie, and sends you right back to the house.
Totally
Home, city croissant.
destroyed. Poor thing.
I'm just going to completely ignore whatever bullshit you were just spouting.
Have you never heard? That's true French. Home, city croissant.
I worry about you sometimes. I hope you realize this.
You're... I kind of realized that.
Get this thing go any faster?
I should point out, by the way, just because I have been using Sonic for all the red bricks, you do not need Sonic to get any red brick except the one in his world, because that one moves faster. I just like using him because he's faster than the vehicle, so it's easier. But you can get them all, except for the Sonic World one, with just the base Batmobile with no upgrades.
Upgrades help, but they're not necessary.
He's never late.
Correct.
Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Now, for the last of the red bricks that are in a little bit of a tricky location, we are going into the Lego Movie.
Ooh.
I decided to bring back the original trio just because all three of them are going to be useful in the next few minutes.
The OGs.
As soon as you land in the movie world, you're going to want to head right over here to this big old door and use Gandalf or whoever you have for magic besides Gandalf if you decide not to use them for whatever reason, and remove the rock from this catapult. It's going to launch you into the sewers, and right there is the red brick. This red brick, normally they have multiple spawning locations. Oh my god, camera. Camera, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm going to send you that clip later. That was awesome. I had Sonic like standing on the roof.
That's fantastic.
Anyway, most of the red bricks across the world will have multiple spawn locations. The Lego Movie World one will only spawn in that sewer.
Ooh.
So, it's good to know that one. I got held up on that for a long time trying to find that on my first playthrough, so now you guys know. Now, if you hop on down here, I can show off where you purchase the red bricks. It's going to be, you stand on the in-game representation of your ToyPad and press your action button on it. It'll bring up a little menu, one of which is the red brick extras. You'll get the name of it in your menu plus what a description of it is. And that, the ones I recommend first and foremost, if you're going for 100% easily, you're going to want the ones from Adventure Time and Harry Potter. Those are mathematical and Accio studs. Those are going to give you extra bonuses from beating up enemies for studs, and grants you the ability to have studs fly into you from a further distance. That is going to be necessary for the stud farming method that I like to use. We're going to go into the one world that I have not gone into on this file yet, the DC Comics world. That's why Batman's here. Because this is where stud farming takes a whole new turn. This is, again, one of those instances where Sonic is going to be very helpful, but he is not required. He just makes this faster.
A special stage? Where the
Sonic is very good for 100% routing if you can manage to get him, but he's one of the rarer pieces if you're trying to go for legit. We're going to go ahead and grab the red brick real quick if it'll spawn. I saw it spawn on the mini-map and then it vanished. That happens a lot. Just keep an eye on your mini-map and see if you can get the red brick spawn somewhere near you. I always forget this world is like super jacked up. Like, 'cause it's supposed to be a combination of Gotham and Metropolis, and the way they did that is...
Metropolis?
They actually... I don't know if you remember, they make a joke about that later on in this world.
I completely forgot.
Anyway, now that we got that red brick, our next stop is going to be over in Arkham Asylum.
Oh man, I can't wait to go see Joker.
Joker's gone, remember? He's with Vortek.
Nah, he's fine. Just hanging out.
So here in Arkham Asylum, you're going to want to buy the jukebox. This is... This may not sound crucial, but it is very crucial. As soon as it spawns in, these enemies are going to start attacking. Did I actually activate these? I did, okay. You can use them to build up your combos and get studs to pop out of each one as you kill them. I don't know why my multiplier is not popping up. But this is where Sonic comes in very handy because he has his homing attack, so you can just keep bouncing on enemies and taking them out, getting a ton of studs in the process. I'm going to sit here grinding for a minute or two, get up to maybe 3 or 4 million, because the stud multipliers together are 2 million, and there's a few other red bricks I want to buy. I don't want to get all of them quite yet, because we're just going to get more than enough money as we play through the levels. But I do want to get the stud multipliers and a couple other things to help us through the levels. So you're seeing, even without any stud multipliers, I'm already up to 4.5 million after only bouncing on them for like 30 seconds. Alright, that's enough for now. If I need more later, I'll come back, but I don't think I need any more. And that is going to be the last we see of Sonic for quite some time. So, okay, well, he gets a few more seconds of showtime because he fell in the water.
I mean, what are you talking about? He's the star of the show. He beat out 2 comic book movies.
I was gonna say, he did just beat out, what was it, Fantastic Beasts and when they
Morbius.
Morbius, yeah. I'm so glad to see that the Sonic 2 movie is doing good, because that was a really good movie.
Okay, not ironically, but it's still really funny to think about that the Sonic movie is the movie that broke the video game movies are bad curse.
when out of the last 10 years, the only good Sonic game that's gotten like any good reviews at all has been something that wasn't even made by Sega.
Yeah, Sonic Mania.
I've been saying it for years. Sonic is good when Sega's not involved.
Yeah. You don't know what's another thing that's really weird?
What's up?
Apparently the guy who was involved with like the cinematography for the Sonic movie was also involved with the cinematography for Sonic Unleashed.
I mean, Sonic Unleashed looked good.
Yeah. Oh man, you're really gonna do the werehog like that?
I didn't say it played good, I just said it looked good.
Ooh. Honest to God, I still have a very deep interest in Sonic Unleashed because of like my Wii teenage phase where I was like, yeah, that's werehog all the way.
Yeah, Beetlejuice definitely is tiny head mode. Powerpuff Girls is big head mode, I like that. I like that a lot, that's classy.
them with the game calling you stupid.
I mean, I think a platformer game has the right to call you stupid if anything's going to call you stupid.
To be honest, yeah, I kind of deserve to get bullied by, like, Kazooie or something.
For reference, I've been watching her play Banjo-Kazooie, and this is going to sound really tactless, but she's bad at Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, yeah, no, I can't fuck it. Even on my practice file, I still have a lot of trouble. I just barely got to Clanker's Cavern.
It's just, she's not, she didn't play platformers a lot growing up, so she still hasn't adjusted to them yet. But instead of continuing on with the main story, there's a few things we need to do for routing first. We're going to actually start level packs. The way these work is they're a little bit more expensive, but they include one character and 2 vehicles or gadgets, as well as an entirely new level to play. The first one we're going to be tackling is Doctor Who.
Who?
Who?
God, there's owls.
Sorry, I was trying to summon Aloysius.
Ugh. Why would you want to summon her? She's freaky.
Someone's gonna get my reference.
Mother of God, I followed up your reference with my reference. And it's from the same episode.
I know, I'm just saying someone's gonna get it, and they're laughing right now.
Time capsule detected. Battle computers estimate a 97% chance that it is the Doctor.
One of the things I really like with these cutscenes is there's always someone in the background. So just keep your eyes peeled in the background. You'll see some funny things.
Like lesbians.
We'll point that out when we get to it.
And he never noticed it across like 4 playthroughs.
It just never clicked in my mind. That was actually what taught me to start looking in the background. Like here in this this recreation of the Doctor Who intro, you have a bunch of the other Doctors just kind of chilling in the void.
Ooh.
London in the future, or at least what's left of it. Who else but the Daleks would cause so much destruction?
I always wondered how the TARDIS door, like,
I don't want to be late for the guys. Welcome.
it doesn't look like it functions as a normal door.
Broken shutters are nothing the sonic screwdriver can't handle.
I feel like that should be probably the least of your worries.
Yeah. Only characters such as Owen Grady can cut vines. Every time you see a new thing, it'll grant you a little hint box where you can check and see what you can actually use in order to interact with it. In this case, vine cut. I'm going to say right now, if it's a character ability such as vine cut, and it says a vehicle can do it, don't rely on it. Vehicles are pretty bad at doing character-based abilities. So, if you have a character that can do it, use the character.
It's just gonna say you're paid.
So for this one, because of my rule outside of getting the red bricks where I use only year 1 characters and year 1 content, we're going to be bringing in an old friend. Mr. Owen Grady.
Okay, I'm here. Sorry, but I didn't bring the raptors.
Well, here we go.
So, cutting those vines, we rescued this little guy over here. And he brings us to a secret that we otherwise would not have found.
Daleks are the masters of Earth.
And of course the Daleks interrupt.
Reign supreme.
Right on.
Exterminatus, exterminatus.
I think I like his attitude.
Dalek energy shield. And heavily guarded too. There's nothing
Also,
else
someone's gonna get exterminatus.
There must be a power source nearby. And chances are...
I just love the idea of, like, Doctor Who meets Harry Potter, Exterminatus.
Yep, take it that way, but that's definitely not what exterminatus is.
I know, but that's what it sounds like. Am I wrong? That's what it sounds like.
No, it is not.
It sounds like a it sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
Oh my god.
I'll have to analyze this properly later.
I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that 100% sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
I mean, you are a Potterhead, so...
I am a Potterhead. More so when I was younger than I am now, but even now I kind of am.
Dalek technology. And if my calculations are correct, and they are, then this is one of the power sources to that energy shield.
God, I'm just remembering back in the day when this first came out, just getting to see these levels and wishing I could play this game so much.
All nostalgic.
I do get a little nostalgic for this game, even though I've only been playing it for a year.
Stay calm. More
Because this is single-handedly the most research I've ever put into a game before playing it.
The Daleks will have us surrounded out there. So,
I can attest to that fact.
let's take a punch, shall we?
Locate. Annihilate. Align and advance.
Oop. Hey, we're going to do our first instance of a level pack build. These happen throughout the level instead of as soon as you summon in the character. So our first one here is the TARDIS. A lot of these I really like the little micro design of, because they're trying to make them so that you can take them apart and rebuild them without them being too complicated, because they're part of a game. So they have little micro builds that you do, and they're really cute. The little companion cube for the portal one is pretty great. K9. So since every level pack comes with two of the... Oh, I did the glitch again.
Oh god.
Do you remember that glitch I was telling you earlier where I like rewound the book before it disappeared?
Yeah, for sure.
I did it again.
Oh god.
Never seen that happen before on any other playthrough, and now I've done it twice. I guess that just means I'm impatient during recording and I'm trying to mash buttons.
Probably.
$2015, a good year. Or at least it will be if we can find the next power source to break down the Daleks' force field.
Did you ever watch Doctor Who at all?
One special, but that's. I'll be honest. I never watched a lot of it because it was only available on the BBC, and that was before I got to sailing the seven seas of the internet. And even then, it's kind of hard to find Doctor Who.
Yeah, I think watching them nowadays, your best bet if you're not in the lovely land of Britain is going to be HBO Max.
Mm-hmm. Even then, like, I've heard not great things about, like, the latest Doctor Who, so...
Alright, back to explaining things. This right here is our first example of a keystone. These will be explained a little bit later in the story, but due to my routing, we get to this one a little bit early. This is the locate keystone. Activating it turns your ToyPad into a dowsing machine. It'll start off red and start glowing green the closer you get to your objective, which case being this little rip right here. As soon as you find it, you just gotta start mashing circle and you'll get to summon something in. This is something that's hard to show It's something that's hard to show in a video because it doesn't show the colors on screen. You just gotta watch your ToyPad and see when it turns colors.
There's something not quite right about those shop window dummies.
Does that actually work with the Raspberry Pi?
Yes, actually. The Raspberry Pi emulator, when you pull it up on your computer, it actually does emulate the colors changing.
Oh, that's sick.
It's a very well-made emulator. And it's still being updated to this day, so if there's something you don't like, or something you wish was added, you can post it in the GitHub and it might be added. But for now, this is our example of a citizen in peril. Every level has one of these. In this case, it's Melia Antiqua.
God damn it, you had to bring it in.
Of course I had to bring it in.
I mean, that's fair, but...
Do you expect me to not make a Xenoblade reference when the opportunity is there?
Yes. I have more faith.
You don't... You should not have that much faith in me.
I'm truly ashamed. Cannot look you in the face anymore.
That's fine. I don't deserve to be looked in the face.
Don't you care? So you said say those bad things about your beautiful, beautiful face.
I need to readjust to this combat. I've been playing the Skywalker Saga, where the combat is so much more thought out than this game. That's nothing against this game, but they put some effort into redesigning the combat for Skywalker Saga, and it's awesome.
Ooh.
I'll get you and your little dog too.
God.
Oh god.
My head just started itching. You ever get that feeling of like, why is this itching so much? And it's just a fluke thing.
Damn it, now my head is itching. Bastard.
I should never have mentioned it.
Speaking of hair, I actually desperately need a haircut.
I also need a haircut.
Like, I have very long, luscious locks. Like, oh man, I think that some of it's getting damaged.
I'm sure my hair is as well, but I just, aside from getting it cut and washing it, like, I don't ever, gel my hair, I don't ever tie it up, I kind of just let it do its own thing.
I only tie mine up, because otherwise it's going to be very annoying.
I mean, you have longer hair than I do, so...
I mean, you could have a pretentious man bun.
You know how it is.
No, man buns look awful.
That's why I said pretentious.
Man buns look horrible.
Exactly, they're pretentious. You can have a pretentious man bun.
What is wrong with you? Legitimately, what is wrong with you?
What do you mean? What's so bad about man buns?
Have you ever seen a man bun in person?
Oh, do you want the man bun story?
Oh god, do you have a man bun story?
Ew, it's kind of horrible.
Now I'm interested.
So, I need to make it very clear to the audience, I was an innocent bystander in this.
I think when you have to specify that you were an innocent bystander, that's not a good sign to start out.
Remember I said this is kind of horrible?
Okay, go on.
So, we're at this barber shop where I usually get my hair cut, right? And, they're usually very chill there. And there's this guy that comes in that obviously doesn't know how things work here in this specific barber shop, right? You know how, like, most places have, like, their own little unique etiquettes that you learn, like, from days, years, months of, like, going there, right?
Yeah. Or just common courtesy of don't be an asshole in a barbershop.
Yeah, because he didn't realize that these ladies control how your hair is going to look at the end of the day. So, he came in with very weird specifications, and I'm going to try my best to, like, recite them. He wanted the sides of his hair shaved, right? So that it would, like, highlight his man bun.
Please tell me he actually had a man bun.
He had it, like, up in his hair. Like, it was permanent.
How was it? What did he do?
Like, he left it tied up for so long, it just became a permanent knot.
Oh, that's awful. That's like the worst thing you can do.
So he's like, ah, yes, this is my perma bun. That's what he called it. Trademark. And he's like, yeah, it's great. And the thing is, it stank. It was rank.
Oh no! Like, was he not washing it very well?
Yeah. It wasn't just a man bun anymore. It was a man mat. Like, that shit was matted, right?
That sounds disgusting.
So this is the part where it gets a little more dicey. So I'm watching this go down as I'm waiting my turn to, like, get, you know, my hair done, right? And this lady just tells him outright, for health concerns, I cannot continue working on you because the man bun is too much, right?
For health concerns. When your barber tells you that your hair is a health concern, that's your cue that you probably have fucked your life up.
I don't think I can properly express just how rank it smelled.
Like, was it one of those things you could smell, like, across the room?
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
That thing was like, it smelled of moisture and death.
Ugh.
And, like, again, I need to reiterate, he was proud that it smelled like that.
This dude had some issues.
I think he was just proud that he got, like, a permanent man bun. He, like, really liked man buns. It was weird. But then again, I've met a singular guy.
At least he could say that this was only one guy, but, like, this one guy is... Whew.
Oh, yeah, but, you know, like, the whole innocent bystander stuff comes in to the story, right? So he starts getting an attitude with the barber lady. And she's very much tired of this. Like, some customers have already left. She's actively losing customers because, again, this thing stinks, right?
Yeah, like, no one wants to be there with this.
So she's just she just kind of invokes her rights to refuse like service, like tries to get him out without causing a scene. Dude's like, no, you will cut my hair, you will do it exactly the way I like it. She had this look of like, okay, bet. she takes her shears, and I just full eye contact.
Did she cut off the bun?
Cut off the bun.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It falls with like an actual plop onto the floor.
Oh God.
It was awful.
Were you there the whole time for this, or is this just someone's story?
No, I was there.
When did this happen?
It happened a while back. I don't know if I ever mentioned it. That's the thing.
You never did. This is completely new to me.
Yeah, no, Manson dude, like, he never came back to the shop, for obvious reasons.
Obviously.
But yeah, so ironically, the barber shop where I usually get my hair done, that same place, kind of instituted a new rule, like, oh, if you get, you basically have to settle for whatever haircut we can give you. If you act a certain way, if you act a fool, you're gonna get treated a fool, basically. And so, Man Bun Guy never came back, and because this is a local place, it survives based off of, like, you know, the same clientele every day.
Yeah.
It was doing fine.
Because, like, the customers that left came back was the jerk was gone.
Oh, yeah.
This would only happen to you. You just run into the strangest people.
I feel like, oh god, is this a good... I mean,
before you go into another story, I actually have a story of something that happened at work today.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, you know how I work at Office Depot, right?
Yeah, for sure.
One of the things we offer is a self-serve printing machine, so if people need something done, they can just go over and do it themselves. We have an email address you can send your files to, so everything is done automatically.
Yeah.
I had a customer come in this morning. It starts out pretty cordial. She's just saying that she needs some copies done. So I point her over to the self-serve machine. I do actually point because I have other things I need to be working on, because there's only a few of us there. It was like early morning. I had other things I needed to work on. This woman gets really mad at me. She's like, "Don't point me over to this. Take me over. That's your job." I'm like,
oh my god.
Like, okay, I don't want to start a scene, so I just bring her over and just start doing what she needs. And there's two self-serve machines. One of them is occupied. There's a guy standing there getting the copies that he needs, while I'm at the other machine helping this woman get what she needs. And the other guy calls me over just to ask a quick question. And as I'm helping him out, he slips a note into my hand, and I look down at it, and it just says, "Don't let the Karens ruin your day." I'm like, alright, this dude is cool. Because he was there, he was watching the whole thing, he saw how she treated me, and he wrote a little note for me, he's like, "Don't let her get you down."
It's so sweet. Oh, that warms my heart.
It's always nice to see that there are people like that in the world.
Okay, I'll deal with
Actually, okay, this is not my story. Need to make that clear. One, never been divorced. Two,
Two, never been married.
yeah. So, this dude. Okay, so this lady, she and her husband have been planning a trip to Disney World, right?
Okay.
Or the one in Florida. And what happened is, he supposedly, missed the flight.
Oh no.
And she's, causing a scene, just causing all sorts of, heck at the airport. She was supposed to be on the plane to Orlando. She doesn't even live that far, but, comparatively, right? But she's still, throwing a fit. It's like, okay, I can fix this, I'll just take an Uber there, right? So it's a 13-hour drive, and apparently it's, Uber protocol to, ask, are you sure you're down for this drive? And so...
A, are you going to be able to sit in this car with this person? And B, are you going to pay this fare?
Yeah. So,
No, this guy. I must have developed
10 hours into the drive, Uber, finally slaps, because apparently this chick was being, a major bitch. Aren't you gonna pay for my drink? God, why do I have to pay for the gas fare? Things like that, right?
Lord.
Mm-hmm. So, 3 miles from the Disney resort, she's like, you know what, fuck it, get out of my car. Get out of my car, I don't even care if I don't get paid.
Well, the thing is, the thing that makes it even better is that it's Uber. She pays before it happens.
Oh my god, you're right.
The guy didn't get a tip, obviously, but he get, I'm fairly certain that Uber drivers, even if they don't get tipped, they get, a portion of the money.
Yeah.
So, even if she got kicked out of the car, she still paid for the ride.
The other thing is, he makes it to the hotel, out of not just sheer luck, but perseverance to even get there. And she makes it to the hotel. Finally tell her you're not allowed to let her in because she is not on the hotel listing thing, the thing that says who is staying in the rooms, right?
Oh, she was never added to the list?
Yeah. Here's the kicker! The front desk lady was told, if this lady actually gets here, actually comes to the front desk, actually claims that she is here, that she is supposed to be here, tell her no. Read her verbatim this note. And the note, verbatim, said, I just need a break.
Oh, that's beautiful.
One more bastard of a man who married her.
Okay, I think, judging by the story, I think he may actually be in the right here.
We don't know, obviously, but holy shit.
Because, maybe when he first married her, she was a lot different, and then just over time, she turned into a bitch.
Yeah.
But if that's what she was like at the time, I think he may have been in the right.
That was, you're welcome. How this episode is just going to be called Storytime.
You know what? That's actually a good title for the episode.
Hey.
Because we have been telling a lot of stories.
Got the man bun.
we got self-serve Karen. Actually, that's a great title for the episode. Self-serve Karen.
Oh my goodness.
Oh god, my face hurts. How do people record for, 2-3 hours at a time? We're only 2 episodes in.
I don't know, man.
This is the best idea I've ever had.
Oh god. to tell all the stories that I have at the same time. You're like, man, he's getting hard to resist.
Just do it, man. Now I want to hear.
I should be able to get to the last generator from
See, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Just fucking tell it.
There's this chick who, she bought this dog, right? And she was told, like, yeah, this is a rare, Australian bush dog. It was not a rare Australian bush dog. It was a very not tame dingo.
Oh, God.
If you don't know anything about dingoes, well, they are a wild animal and should not be in your house.
Yeah, don't fuck with the dingo, man. They'll kick your ass.
Yeah, so, she takes this thing home.
That was her first mistake.
Oh, right.
That was her first mistake, was to take it home.
Legit. So Dingo started to act out. She's like, oh man, this dog is having so many behavioral issues. Takes it to a behavioralist specialist. And, they're like, yeah, that's not a dog.
That's it.
It is a dog. Reader said it was a dog. Like, that is a dog. It's a very not tamed dog. So, it breaks out like, oh yeah, this doggo is a very not tamed creature.
Like, that ain't a doggo, that's a dingo.
Mm-hmm.
Ding dongo!
Ding dongos.
Ding dong, yo, ding dong. Oh god, that was like 5 references all in a row.
Oh my god.
I feel like at some point I'm gonna have an episode that's just so many stupid references, it's just gonna be titled Guess the Reference. And before anyone asks, no, I'm never gonna make a JoJo reference because I've never seen it. She can make a JoJo she can make a JoJo reference all she wants, but I'm never gonna do it.
You might have a new face, Doctor. But I see.
Am I good at JoJo references? Absolutely not, because I have the memory of a goldfish. Will I try? Absolutely.
What were we discussing earlier with you having a really bad memory?
Oh, this wagons. You had to, like... I don't know! Guess why?
Gee, I wonder if it's because you have a bad memory.
Yeah! Oh my god!
You gonna be okay?
No!
Alright, I think we may need to call it after this level, because I think you're dying and I'm dying.
You're dying of sleep deprivation. I'm dying because
Hey. For once in my life, I'm actually not sleep deprived.
Oh my god, it's a miracle!
Yes, I don't feel sleep deprived because I did take like a 2-hour nap, but I did actually only get like 4 hours of sleep last night.
Sweet Jesus. Children, don't make this mistake. Get 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, get 8 hours of sleep. Don't be like me and show up to work on 0 sleep. Which I have done numerous times already.
Oh my god, do you want to hear the professor story?
Oh god, alright, go ahead.
So I have this math professor that I've been taking. This is my current math professor. I've had a lot throughout the years. We're going to talk about the cool one. So, He's a very big sports ball fan. I don't know
Sports
much about
ball.
sports.
Yeah, you know more about sports than I do.
I had a great sports ball thing with Dad going tonight, where I finally made a good sports ball reference, but it would take too long to to actually explain it. So we're gonna focus on Professor Story right now.
Just leave the audience guessing as to what actually happened.
It would definitely result in me melting
So, the Professor Story goes like this. At the time we were recording this, there was a very big Giants game, San Francisco Giants specifically. And they happened to do like some pretty impressive things. I'm not going to go into detail because if you're watching this video, you probably don't watch sports ball. Anyways.
Don't be so sure. There's a lot of people that like games and sports.
And then a group of hostile snowmen.
Not the combination of the two. Anyways. I wear a San Francisco Giants baseball cap every single day. Just because I like baseball caps, and the San Francisco Giants one that I have is of very nice quality. It's really nice, right?
It's like how I was wearing, despite caring not at all about football, I wore a Green Bay Packer hat for years because it was green.
Exactly. My professor hates the Giants.
I can already see where this is going.
So today, not today, but like the days where this was happening, he just goes, motherfucker, San Francisco Giants. Motherfucker, you always San Francisco Giants. Motherfucker.
Like he's like trying to talk to you, but just mumbling under his breath.
Like, he wasn't actually saying motherfucker because that could actually get him in trouble, but for the sake of the story, he was saying that. What?
Just like super angry muttering.
Yeah, I know. He's like, what's wrong? Because I knew exactly what happened. Like,
Oh, you're a dick. You are such a dick.
Like, what's wrong, Teach? You got a problem with the Giants? And he's like, and he goes into this like minute-long rant about the plays that they did.
Oh, you're a dick.
From what I remember, the rant went bases full. God damn it, didn't even hit a home run, and yet he still won. Oh my god! And he goes, trigonometry! Absolutely loses it. I'm just like, we're still required to wear masks on campus, so I'm just sitting there, eyes basically shut because I'm smiling so hard. He knows it.
It's like in his mind, he just sees the Giants cap and he thinks you're taunting him.
Like, the first time, oh god, we're gonna keep going down this rabbit hole. So that San Francisco Giants hat has gotten me into so much trouble.
Only you could get in trouble with a San Francisco Giants hat.
First day of class, professor's trying to make a connection with us. He's like, anybody like sports? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And I'm just like grabbing the brim of my hat. And he's like, I said sports, not torture.
Now you wintry.
That's not like this isn't my professor. This is like some other dude. And he was wearing a San Diego Padres hat, and like he's like, oh my god, how could you like the San Francisco Giants? So I'm just like, I mean, I like the win.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
No, here's the worst part. I don't know much about sports ball, and I'm pretty sure the San Francisco Giants are like a mediocre team at best, right? And just kind of like, my god.
We're gonna have Giants fans in the audience that you just completely pissed off.
I can piss off so many sports team fans right now.
Do it. Alienate them all.
Alright, the Red Sox are better than the Yankees. The Yankees suck crap. They haven't made a good deal in 5 years.
Why don't you speak your true feelings?
The Angels made a great play getting Otani under their team, but they keep misusing him by trying to make him play everything. God damn it, rein him in, guys.
Speaking of Angels, I just got to the Weeping Angels, so that was great timing.
Something tells me the answer to all of this.
We made a horrible mistake by not sending any players to the first ever baseball Olympic Games. We could have had a great American team, but we couldn't put our dicks away.
Meanwhile, I follow sports so little that this is all just sounding like random bullshit to me.
Oh, what's another one? The Major League Baseball, the major leagues in the United States actually suck really hard. We have no good teams. It's always the same three at the top. Go look at like some minor leagues, or at the very least international leagues. Those are much more interesting.
The best part is everything you've been talking about has just been baseball.
Yeah, it's just baseball.
See what you can do. I want to see you piss off a football fan.
Tom Brady was never the greatest player of all time.
I feel like that's something that everyone knows.
Yeah, probably.
Wasn't it like a big scandal with Tom Brady? Was that he got found out that he was like cheating or something?
Yeah, he was deflating footballs, and then people like started like teasing him with deflated footballs. Because if you deflate a football, it's easier to catch.
Stay back. I've got a spoon, and I'm not
all I knew was that he cheated in something because they made a joke about that in South Park.
Let's see, the Patriots are probably the worst team ever. They are only saving grace for Tom Brady, and now that he's not in retirement, they're pretty much fucked. Seahawks just did not deserve their win in that one Super Bowl. Tabadli. I don't know that much about football.
I love that all the ones that you're really passionate about were all baseball, and then all the football ones you're just like, you don't even know if they're actual birds or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for like their non-weakness.
You gonna go for the low-hanging fruit?
The lowest of hanging fruit. Kansas City has the best uniforms out of all the freaking teams. Come on, roll tide. I probably pissed someone off. I know I'm pretty sure roll tide is Alabama.
Sweet home Alabama.
Alabama.
Man, that's an old song, isn't it?
It's hella old.
I haven't listened to that song since I was a kid.
Oh, here's the one to piss off the football fans. Hockey is actually a more violent sport than football.
Oh, that's gonna get him. Yeah, this happens every...
Oh, here's another one to piss off the football fans.
Oh, God.
More properly, American football should not be American football. Give football back to the soccer players, because that would make sense. You're taking the ball with your...
Yeah. Don't call it football, call it gridiron.
Gridiron!
I think that's actually what the Australians call it.
Oh, base.
Doesn't that sound really cool, gridiron?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
okay, so
let Europe have football. Let's fucking go for gridiron, man.
Yeah. Like, here's my thing, right? So cricket, British sport. It's basically what happened before baseball, right? You get this thick ass wooden ball, you chuck it at somebody, and you pray to God that you hit it with a bat, or not a bat, a paddle, right?
Okay.
Makes sense why they changed the name from cricket to baseball. Now instead of just hitting the ball, you now hit the ball and run to a base. Baseball. Makes sense.
Correct.
Right? Logic with football being called football. You kick it once and then you run.
I was about to say, you kick it like 5 times in the whole game.
Yeah. and you're never allowed to kick it again.
It's curled into your elbow more than it is on your foot.
You know what it should be called?
What?
Fucking run ball. That's what you do with it.
I heard a funny one at one point. Someone called it hand egg.
Hand egg! Oh no, that reminds me of the superb owl.
Oh no.
So, like, a lot of people were like cramming the Super Bowl like as one word, so it read out superb owl. So a lot of people were like, ah yes, the superb owl, where we chuck its egg as fast as we can, and whose ever team like wins the pigskin of glory shall gain the
It's like whoever manages to break an egg first wins.
Home of the Daleks.
Yeah.
It looks like they've been busy too. Last time I was here, this place was in ruins.
Oh god. Oh, here's another one to piss off football fans. Cheerleading is a sport. Fight me.
If color guard is a sport, cheerleading is a sport.
Oh, for sure.
And I can testify that color guard was a sport. I was in it. I was the captain.
Still love the fact. I believe it was the color guard instructor that told me, like, oh yeah, if ever there's a guy in cheer or color guard, he's probably gay or he's in the closet. Never something in between.
She was awesome. I miss her.
Oh, she was base. It's another funny thing. It's another hee hee ha ha funny. Oh, zapper.
Actually, you know what's a good story you could tell since we got on the topic of color guard? You want to tell the story of how you got me to change sides?
Yes. Yeah, I basically fed him for a week.
So we were we first met in junior high, and at the time, she was in band, I was in choir. And our two instructors had a little bit of a rivalry going on that that led into the students having a rivalry. So we always made jokes about which side was better, band or choir. And this kept going even after we left the school and started going into high school. I kept making the same jokes, she kept making the same jokes. But then after our orientation for first day of high school, I follow her to band camp, just so once she's done with the day, I was going to go hang out with her. We're going to have a good old time. And while I'm waiting, the color guard instructor happens to be there, and we just start chatting about just what color guard is like, and she eventually convinced me to switch sides and join the marching band.
Me bribing him with sandwiches may or may not have helped.
Look, man, I'm a very simple person. You give me food, I'm there.
Literally like a Minecraft dog. It's like, come here, come here.
The instructor did. I don't remember what spawned this. I think it was we were about to do a big event, and the color guard instructor mentioned that there was going to be some really good sweets at the table. And one of the ones that she mentioned that they were supposed to have, but they ended up not having, was orange cupcakes. And she found out that I had my heart set on those cupcakes that they didn't end up having. So she went out and bought one for me and gave it to me after the performance.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I didn't actually know that.
You didn't know that?
No!
And I told you that. Yeah, she totally went and bought me an orange cupcake because she knew I had my heart set on it.
That's so sweet. My heart.
I think that was kind of her way of saying thank you for making sure the color guard didn't get left out, because at the time, I was the only member of the color guard.
I remember there was like 3, and then there was 2, and then there was 1.
So it started out, there was me and a senior. The senior quit, so it was just me for like a month and a half before I started recruiting people.
Don't tell anyone, though.
We got up to about 3 people, and then I left the school and went back down to 2.
I'll tell you. I'm
Missy, would you like some tea?
Mm-hmm.
Say something nice.
It's so funny. I was never in that school for very long.
It's time to
I think in grand total I was there, what, 4 months? 5 months?
Yeah. Just about.
And yeah, I still have a lot of fond memories of that place just because even after I left, I would just show up in the middle of the school day and just start coming after you.
Oh, it was fantastic.
So this was at a time where, for some reason, she did not like to use social media.
It was a pride thing, I'm not gonna lie.
So whenever I tried to get a hold of her, she would never respond. So what did I do to make sure she would actually respond to me? I would show up at the school unannounced and be like, "Hey, I'm here now." Like no warning or anything, just, "Hey, I'm here, get over it." It did work. You were forced to interact with me. Oh, I guess I won't really say forced because you could have kicked me out of your house if you wanted me to.
I could have, but I didn't.
You tried to at one point.
Oh yeah, that's the only time.
You did it as a joke, but you did actually try to kick me out of your house at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was when we were like, we'd just been watching The Runaway Guys, and there was the point where John kicked Emil out of his house, and you turned to me, you're like, "Get out of my house!" Hey, back to explaining the game real quick. We have another new keystone here. This is the chroma keystone. Our goal here is to turn our little ToyPad down here the same colors as this little icon over here. So we want to have the red to go in the top center, and you can actually combine colors. So Unikitty going down to the bottom. Once you have a color right, it is locked in, so even if you put a different color there, it won't change. So we put Bad Cop and Unikitty in the bottom right to make orange, and then Bad Cop and the Doctor to make blue. Oh, that was Unikitty, not the Doctor. There you go. I was like, wait, how did that make purple? I thought I put the Doctor in blue, and then realized I moved the wrong character.
Also, full disclosure, I bruised my hand like slapping a bug against a wall.
Why? Why do you do this to yourself?
I have monstrous strength.
Clearly, you bruised your cheek trying to learn how to do the water drop noise.
Yeah, I still can't do it. I tried to do it right now.
It's because you're trying too hard. You're bruising your cheek trying to do it. It's just a light flick.
I mean, if I want to be loud, I gotta,
Yeah, but you do have to do it with a little bit of force, but not enough force that you're going to bruise your cheek. I worry about you sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love that you were about to protest and you're like, nah, that's fair.
I mean, are we getting into it? Are we getting into it?
I think we should in the last little bit of this level.
I have injured myself an insane amount of ways.
Yeah. What are some of the more interesting ways you've hurt yourself?
I fell off a playset in deep Mexico because I got tired and I just wanted to sit down. So I sat down on probably the most rotten wood that you could probably see in this playset that probably hasn't been played with since the 70s. So I leaned on it. It disintegrated under me. I fell backwards, and I was just stunned on the floor, thinking, "Yeah, that might as well happen." And my arms were scraped, my knees were scraped. I had a red dot of like blood on like my forehead. I don't know how that happened, but it was there.
It was like when someone points a laser pointer at your head.
Yeah, legit. That's what it looked like. So, I was obviously rusty, so I worked my way back to like the campsite where everyone else was staying. And it was like a camping ground, right? But instead of like a tent, we had a log cabin, like old-timey log cabin, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Should I really?
So I go over there, and I'm thinking I don't look that bad, right? Because I can see on my knees, it's just slightly scraped, slightly bruised. I didn't know that there was like the big red dot on my forehead. And they're like, oh! You need so many bandages.
That reminds me of a story my dad told me. He was a teenager at the time, and he was going, I think he worked at KFC at the time. He was going to pick up his last check, and he rode a bike to work. So he was writing it down, he was like a block away at the time, and he had a wipeout near the corner, the crosswalk. He thought nothing of it. He got up, brushed himself off, no problem. He gets to work, and as he's retrieving his check, his boss looks like pale as a fucking sheet, and he can't figure out why. Like, his boss just doesn't say anything. He's just pale as all hell.
Oh, God.
So he gets home, still doesn't think anything. He feels perfectly fine. And he doesn't realize until his mom screams that he's soaked in blood. Apparently, like, cracked his skull and he just couldn't feel anything.
Oh, you know what's another great one? Here's another great story. So, I used to have braces, right?
Okay.
One thing that they tell you with braces is that you should never eat a hard food because you could potentially have one of them pop off, right?
Yeah.
So I ate a hard food and one of them popped off.
Oh, God.
And I went into a panic because I really didn't want to face the wrath of my dentist, right?
The wrath of your dentist. Not your parents, your dentist.
My dentist was scary. Anyways.
Dentists are scary.
So I forced the wire back into place.
Oh, that can't be good for your teeth.
Not noticing that it had impaled my dentist.
Oh. Oh, I'm so squeamish around blood. Just the thought of that. Just, now my gums are hurting.
I'm so sorry. I won't go into any more details.
Please do not. Please. Like, my gums legitimately are hurting right now.
I know, that's why I'm like stopping it right there.
Escape pods by now.
All hail Davros. All hail the creator of the Daleks.
You still feel it? This is what you do to me, woman.
Should I talk about that time I almost stabbed my foot with a knife?
Oh, God.
Twice.
This is why I don't trust her to do anything.
The funny thing is that I am a handy woman. I know how to use tools.
Clearly not, if you can't even use a knife without stabbing yourself.
I mean, that was back in college.
You're in college! That was at most, what, 3 years ago?
3 years ago, for sure.
This is my spoon. On guard.
Okay, so we'll just leave that hanging there.
We'll leave that hanging fruit there, we'll get to it eventually.
Oh, yeah. Because I had a different thought pop in my head.
I think you have to tell the knife story first, we can't just leave that there.
Oh, we can just leave it there. It's just like it'll be the knife that's hanging off the us.
We're almost done with the level, though. We have to tell the knife story.
okay. So, it's not really interesting. What had happened is that, we had thrown a birthday party for one of my friends at the dorm. It was his first birthday, so we like went all out. We got cake, we got bread, solo cups. You know the drill.
I know. The classic I'ma get drunk cups.
Sure, no alcohol.
No, but that's what they're normally used for. Is they're used for alcohol.
No, let me explain. Like, we haven't figured out how to get like alcohol past our age yet, because it was all just sodas, like very flat soda.
You couldn't even be bothered to get a new soda.
No.
Couldn't be bothered to walk down to the corner store and buy a new 2-liter.
We did go to the corner store to buy a new 2-liter. It was all flat.
What kind of cheap-ass corner store did you go to that had flat soda?
You saw fucking college corner store. What are you expecting?
I'm expecting them to be selling to a lot of college students and therefore have fresh soda.
Oh, they did there, though. Anyways, so...
Maybe I'm expecting too much out of this college corner store.
Mm-hmm. So what had happened is, my friend was very nervous to, like, cut the cake, and we had all kind of like, oh, come on, dude, just don't be nervous, just a knife. So I grabbed it from the pan, and I'm like, yes, I'll cut the cake. And I guess I didn't grab it, like, strongly enough, or she had it, like, passed to me, like, in the way that I could actually properly reach it and grip it, so it slipped out of my hand and nearly stabbed me in the foot.
Speaking of cake, by the way, do you want to tell the cake story?
Oh, there's a lot of cake stories that I have. Which one?
The one involving me.
The one where you made my nose bleed?
Uh-huh.
God, yeah, he slapped my face with cake so hard that it actually made my nose bleed.
I was a little too vicious with it.
It hurt. You bastard.
You liked it.
No.
It tasted good, didn't it? God, the audience is probably going to think I'm a horrible person.
I mean...
Secretly, I am a horrible person.
I mean, you're not the one who made jokes on Easter about turking somebody.
Wait, what?
So we don't go with more detail on that with the show.
Targeting software through a single computer node.
Weapons targeting is being overridden. I cannot control. I am your creator.
God, my cheeks hurt. I've been laughing this whole time. This is legitimately the best idea I've ever had.
See you next time, Davros.
And with that, we have finished the Dalek extermination of Earth. Keep in mind, look, we got maybe 3 million studs out of that level. I got more than that in 20 seconds bouncing on enemies at Arkham Asylum. That's why that's a really good stud farming place. With all 10 minikits, we have formed a little device. We'll see what that's used for a little bit later. And we get 1 gold brick for completing the level, getting the minikits, getting Rule Breaker, and rescuing Melia Antiqua.
Water, the source of our life!
I just realized there's probably times in this stream where our voices weren't getting picked up too well because I keep moving the controller around.
Oh, that's gonna be your thing to handle. You're the one who's doing the editing.
I'm not doing editing.
Well, that's gonna be your problem.
I mean, it is my channel. Alright. Before we end the video off, there's one more thing regarding Doctor Who I have to show. After beating the Doctor Who level, if you come inside the TARDIS, stand on this little orange pad here, you'll have the option to cycle regenerations. We'll show off what that does as soon as it finishes loading. So right now, if we pause, it'll show we're the 12th Doctor. But if we jump off the edge, when we respawn, we got... Okay, hang on. I have to turn that off first. I was trying to kill myself by jumping off the edge, and I left Fall Rescue on. We respawn as the first Doctor. This allows you to play as all 13 of the Doctors just by buying this one character. They all have the same abilities, so there's no perks to playing one over the other, but there's one little cool thing. They all have their own version of the TARDIS interior. Once you come in as one of the Doctor forms, it will be unlocked on this list, so you're going to have to sit there and farm for all of them if you care about that. It's not needed for 100%, so don't worry about that. It's just there if you want it. But otherwise, each one you also get a little tune to match your the Doctor that you're currently set as. In TARDIS Entertainment, I just noticed that. That's awesome. And then this we'll go over when we actually do the world. But with that marks the end of part 2 of LEGO Dimensions. I've been Luigi Means Me.
I've been Iron Picture.
And we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Ah!